Well, having an estate plan in place not only protects you, but it also protects your loved ones. Up next, on behalf of our sponsors at Caress Law PC, we're learning tips and tricks for beginning this process and why everyone should have one in place. Nicole DaCosta has more in Aging and Awesome.
Did you know that 63% of people don't have a will in place? No matter what your circumstances, everyone can benefit from having an estate plan. An estate plan in place doesn't just protect you, but also protects your loved ones and those hard-earned assets. I'm so happy to be out at Caress Law in Portland today to talk with estate planning attorney Tammy Caress, who is the founder of Caress Law, so we can all get organized. That's so wonderful. Thanks for having me out.
I'm so glad you're here.
Yes, I'm excited to learn more. So starting an estate plan, why is this so important?
It is very important for a couple things. One is your choice. If you don't write it down and do a plan, you are not going to have a choice of who gets to make decisions for you when you can't make them for yourself.
Right.
And you also don't get to have the choice of who will inherit for you. In fact, the state and the courts will make those decisions for you. So big is this choice, and I will also say with choice, that means it's to protect yourself and your loved ones.
Yeah, it's about the loved ones. That's so true. Let's make it easy on folks. You talk with folks coming in here all day long. What are some of those common misconceptions?
The biggest common misconception is that they don't have enough assets to make this plan. But this plan is all about, yes, it does involve your assets, but it also involves your care and who you want to take care of you when you can't take care of yourself. And then also you might have a loved one who has some special needs that we need to account for.
Right.
If you have a blended family, meaning you have children from another marriage or prior marriage, it's super important to have a plan in place because the state laws are very surprising for a lot of people of what happens if you don't have something in place in those scenarios.
Yeah, just keeping things neat and tidy is so important for you and your family. So what are some of the potential consequences of not doing this? We never meet with you. We never come to this beautiful office. What happens?
Well, what happens is usually the state and the courts will have to get involved.
Okay.
And that can cause a lot of family problems and dynamics among the family because they don't have a choice and they don't have your instructions in front of you and they have to follow what the court says. It's really important for estate planning to keep your family intact after you're gone because if you don't have things written down and a good plan, there's more opportunity for your family to have conflict.
And if the courts get involved, like you mentioned, is that a long process, expensive? I mean, it just sounds kind of tedious.
It can be. The courts right now especially are a little backed up, but it is filing paperwork with the court, accounting to the court. It's a very public process. You have to publish notice to creditors, and you can't take money out or disperse funds until the court says you can, and the court wants to know that you filed your taxes, that everything has been done. It's usually a good year-long process, if not longer.
Yes, those taxes are always going to be due, right?
Yes.
And like you mentioned, not having access to the bank account. So how can estate planning help people for life's uncertainties?
Well, it is making the plan.
Okay.
And I always say, when you make the plan, please talk to your family.
Yeah.
Let them know and be involved so that they understand and they can carry out your wishes. If you don't make a plan, again, you're leaving it up to chance, and the chance is the state and the courts making those decisions for you.
With anything in life, it just feels good to have a plan,
Yes,
right? Things can
absolutely.
deviate, you can go a different way, but it's good to have a plan and a good starting point. So
Absolutely.
how can people get started? I'm just curious, if we want to come in here to your beautiful office and just start these conversations, how does that process work?
Well, I think it's really good to go to my website. I have lots of content on there. I have a blog, I have a podcast about this.
Yes.
And we have lots of free on-demand workshops, and we do have live webinars. And of course, you can always reach out to us if you want to give us a call or shoot us an email to make an appointment. That's another way to get started. But
We can almost do our homework ahead of time, right?
Yes,
Kind of come in and know what
absolutely.
you're going to ask, because we have more than we think.
Yes.
Once you start going through a list and trying to write things down, I mean, we all have busy and complicated lives.
yes, we do.
Yes, I'm so happy. Every time I come in, I get to learn so much from you guys. Visit caresslaw.estate online for more information and to book your appointment. You guys make it fun and easy, and it's something that's so important. So thanks for all the work that you do.
Thank you.
On behalf of our sponsors at Caress Law PC, thanks for explaining this important information today. Again, visit caresslaw.estate to learn more information and to make your next appointment.